Again at the college in front of the Quonset greenhouse, we have this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful white sage. White sage. Got the flowers are not open yet. These are the flower spikes. And the flowers are white with a little bit of pink. Scientific name for this guy is Salvia apiana, or white sage. Nice plant. Again, in the mint family. If you were here, you would smell a very strong smell because I just brushed it all up. And that oil does two things. It prevents insects from eating it. It also keeps the leaves from drying out. The leaves are kind of beautiful silvery white and a little sticky. And again, very fragrant. So Salvia apiana in the mint family. Nice plant. It grows, about 3 to 4 feet high and wide. It can get taller. The flower spikes are taller, but in general, this plant's about 3 or 4 feet high and wide. This is a pretty big one right here. It is evergreen, so it never loses its leaves. Now, what's interesting about salvias, you can always tell things in the mint family because usually, but not always, they have a square stem. Let me see if you can see the square stem. And the leaves are opposite alternate. Okay. And of course, when they flower, you'll have these little salvia form flowers. But again, we're a little earlier. When it does bloom, I will come back and show you a video of the flowers. The bees will be all over it. The scientific name is Salvia apiana. Apiana means bee love. The bees adore this plant. And it makes really good honey. I'll just go right into its uses. It has a lot of medicinal uses as a antibacterial, antifungal, and astringent. So the bees, when they collect pollen or nectar from this plant, it actually helps keep them healthy by keeping bacteria and fungi down. You can make a tea of this with just one leaf in some hot water if you have a sore throat or some sort of bacterial infection as a wash. You can actually use it to flavor meat. It tastes good. You just want to make sure it's a dry leaf, and you only need one leaf. It's very strong. Same thing with the tea. Just one little leaf is all you need, and there's plenty to make that tea. So it has a lot of, like I said, antibacterial, antifungal benefits. It's that smell. It's that oil. Also, culturally, you can dry the foliage, and when you dry the foliage, you can burn it as an incense, and that smoke is also astringent and cleansing, and also kind of an insect repellent. Insects do not like the smell of this plant, so you could use it as a smudge, a smoke, and you can smoke your rooms to keep out all the insects. And in Native American rituals, it's a special sacred plant, and that smoke also purifies all the bad stuff as well. But it's definitely a good cleansing plant for insects and, again, bacterial type diseases, sore throats, not so much viruses. In nature, the plant is hardly ever attacked. You hardly never see this plant have diseases or holes in the leaves. Again, it's because of that very strong, pungent oil in the leaves. Salvia apiana, bee love sage, white sage. We'll come back to this one and show you the flowers. So it has very good, like I said, for landscape benefits, this is a very attractive plant. It's got silvery leaves, tall white flowers. It's evergreen. It looks good all the time, stays a good size, and is clean. In fact, the only thing you could do wrong is overwater it. If you water this in the summer, it'll die. It doesn't really like water in the summer. It's hardy to the cold. We find it in the Mojave Desert, mostly in the higher elevations and in chaparral, and we find it a lot in the California Forestic Province, in our local foothills and mountains. It is propagated by seed, and it likes disturbed rocky soils when you do that. It is somewhat of a fire follower in that it does come back after fires pretty regularly, even though the plants are burnt to the ground. So this is Salvia apiana white sage.